Hey guys, Lamfanini2 here again today with episode 8 of Trading to Man of the Match Manuel Neuer. Sorry there haven't been any episodes out during the last couple of days, but I had some rendering issues and problems. Also, I worked on my new series called Alphabetic Hybrids. If you missed the first episode of that, which I uploaded on Friday, I'll leave the link to that in the description below, so please check it out if you haven't already. And now I'll just continue with the questions where we left off in the last episode. So the next question is, what is your opinion on goal line technology? I would actually like to see goal line technology be implemented in football as long as it doesn't affect the flow of the whole gameplay too much. So if it took like several minutes to figure out if a ball crossed a line or not, then I think it isn't worth it. But if you, for example, look at tennis and the so-called Hawkeye, this only takes a couple of seconds and it's very accurate. So if they could implement something like that, like the Hawkeye, into football, then I would very much like to see that. So the next question is, who's your favorite player for Germany or the Bundesliga apart from Philipp Lahm? From Germany, first of all, I think overall, if he is on form, Bastian Schweinsteiger, because for me, he's the complete midfielder. His passing is excellent. His work rate is just very nice, and he supports the team very well. He goes forward very well, and also is good at defending. So a complete midfielder, as I just said. So he's probably my favorite German player. Or at the moment, maybe Mats Hummels. As I'm a center back myself, I really like him as well. He's a very good player. Played very well at the Euros and during the last 2 years at Dortmund, so he's a very good player, and also with high potential, so I will enjoy seeing him during the next couple of years. Other player apart from Lahm in the Bundesliga I like most is of course Franck Ribéry, who's just a very good player, one of the best wingers in the world in my opinion. The next question is, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? That is a very tough question. I think I wouldn't pick anything from Europe, as this would be rather easy for me to travel to. So I would pick either the USA, I think, or Australia. And Australia would be cool to travel to. I want to do that definitely at some time in my life. So I think that will be the answer to that question. The next one is, if you could meet anyone dead or alive, who would it be? That is tough to answer because there are so many people I would like to meet. And actually, if you answer this with one person, then the next day you think of another person. Really tough question actually. Maybe I'll just go with Albert Einstein for this time because he's just a great personality in history and also with a great influence. It would be very interesting to talk to him actually. So I would pick Albert Einstein for the sake of this episode. Quickly looking for the next question here. Pirlo or Scholes? Again, a very tough question. Both amazing midfielders, both with excellent passing. Scholes especially with long passing. Pirlo with more of a short passing, playmaking kind of stuff. I prefer Pirlo in his best ages, and he's still a very good player. But Scholes isn't too far behind him, in my opinion. There. Next question is Dream City. I don't actually know what is meant by that. If you mean what my dream city would be like, what would be in there, or what is the best city I've been in so far. Most exciting city so far, probably Madrid in Spain, because it's not as huge as London in my opinion, but I don't know, the buildings are very nice and it's just all around very good, combined with of course the Spanish weather and stuff like that. So it would probably be Madrid. Also the zoo in there is quite amazing, and the Santiago Bernabeu is a very nice stadium. Next question is, what team in the Bundesliga do you dislike most? Excuse me. There will probably be Hoffenheim, simply due to the fact that they have got a similar structure, like for example Chelsea or Man City, with the very rich guy behind all this football stuff. Talked about that in the last episode, won't actually go too much into detail about that, so I'll just say Hoffenheim for this question. How much time do we have? Yeah, we got some time more. Next question is, because your name is Lam-Fan, why are you so supportive of that specific player, and does he influence or inspire you? First of all, Lam-Fan actually was, to start with, my gamer tag on Xbox. Had to think of something when I created an Xbox account, so I kind of came up with Lam-Fan92, obviously because I was born in 1992. Lam is one of my favorite defenders of all time. He's probably at the moment the best fullback in the world, of course. Once again, arguably, but in my opinion he is. And does he influence or inspire me? I think he's quite a good personality as well. He is wrote an autobiography, which of course is very questionable at his age, but I won't comment on that. He's a player who speaks what he thinks and also points out problems at the clubs, for example at Bayern Munich or the German national team. This is also why I kind of like him. The next question is, who do you think is the best German player? As I mentioned earlier, Schweinsteiger if he's in form, and at the moment I think Hummels as well. Next question is, do you think Dortmund will win the Bundesliga next season even though they sold Kagawa? First of all, I obviously don't hope they win the Bundesliga as I'm a Bayern Munich fan. But nevertheless, I don't see selling Kagawa as too big of a problem for them, as they got Marco Reus and so many other great players that actually won't be too big of a problem for them. Once again, just in my opinion there. And then the last question for this episode, what footballers or team do you dislike most? Once again, a very arguable question to answer there. Footballers I dislike most, probably Ronaldo, and teams Chelsea, Manchester City and Hoffenheim. So that was it for today's episode, guys. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to hit the like button, as always does help me out quite a lot. You can also follow me on Twitter, link is in the description, it's at Lamfan82 there. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for watching this video.